Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Crusader Kings 2, Habsburg, Millennium. Where we last left off, we had continued to expand the Duchy of Upper Burgundy to include a little chunk of Savoy. So that's exciting. Old Werner here, he's getting on in age. But, hey, we finally surpassed the Duke of Swabia when it comes to troops. Now might be the time. We got about 8,000 troops if we include Bavaria, who would certainly, possibly come in. And then we got some other people who wouldn't join us. Sadly, King of Bohemia wouldn't. That would be nice to have thrown in, but Upper Lorraine, Dauphine, Franconia. So he's got some allies who'd come in and get some help too. Really like some of my kids to get older so I could marry them. Although I guess these two are going to be pretty young because they do come from my my hunter wife. So yeah. I guess basically the plan right now, I mean, that would be pretty good to get. Just to get the last holding in Upper Burgundy down. So let's just see. Let's see. You've got more troops. That is concerning. You've got some troops, obviously. And you've got, so really, we're really only worried about the Duke of Upper Lorraine. We can get rid of them. We will definitely have a numbers advantage against the Duke of Swabia. So, Rudolph's daughter, Adelaide's father-in-law. So what we need to do is go and find Adelaide. Now, if we were, right? Because you're in the Duke, yeah. So if we were to just, well, that's not going to happen. But if we were to kill her and get rid of the alliance, that would make that much easier. Or we can just leave it. The nice thing is, we're always going to have a claim on that. So we might just leave it for now, come to think of it. Ooh. Duke Berthold of Baden now owns it. I'm not sure. Kaiser Harman has created the Duchy of Luxembourg. That's not what you have, is it? No. Alright, well then I don't know why all of a sudden this has gone to Baden instead of Swabia. But I'm okay with that. I'm very much okay with that. If we take a look at the Duke of Baden, no real allies. Don't really need to worry about you. De jure claim on Schweiz. Let's send. And then we like your enemies too much. Are you kidding me? We could send all our money. Do I need him? I don't think I need him in this war. We'll see. That might change. But for now, we'll meet up in Argau. For now, we're doing good. You're really going to go through the land we want to take? That seems dangerous. 5th of October. 1st of November. You are not going to make it. We'll get rid of you, sir. So it looks like, theoretically anyway, yep, there's Carinthia, and then that should be it, right? Just those two? Okay. I say just those two. Carinthia is looking huge. Now, and he is my only ally, so yeah, we're going to have to do it. Oh, but then we're fighting a war without money? Oh, this war may not have been my greatest idea. Looking at it, though, we should be able... I'd rather not command, so if we go with Theodorich and Arnold and Otto, that's still all good, and it's still not me. And honestly, if Otto dies, I'm okay with it. Sure, we'll have a daughter, but, you know, at least we won't be Dutch. If we can keep these forces split, at least for now, like... He's going to have some reinforcements coming. But right now, these units... We've got a 3-to-1 advantage against our enemy. Yes, we're fighting in the mountains, which will give a huge bonus to the defenders. Oh, come on. That bar is headed in the right direction. There we go, and we took someone prisoner. Yay. Let's see if we can chase down their allies. And we need a new chancellor. Ulrich. One of the Ulrichs is dead. No. I guess Otto is technically... Oh, he is a count, isn't he? You want to become a marshal, which does make more sense. You want to be chancellor? You are skilled for it. Congratulations, sir. Please don't die while we're fighting. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get, whoops. Let's get a freaking level 22. What are you? You're a flanker, though. So we will make sure... Oh, yeah, we should have you on the flank. And then we've got... That guy we'll throw in the middle. There we go. So, let's go over that, right? Each... well... This is going to get a little complicated. So we've got the center, the left, and the right flank. And in combat, they do things. Nice and clear, right? Let's head up here and start attacking so I can show my understanding of how the combat works. And boom. Okay, so we've got the left and the right flank and the center. And so we can see when you start combat, left engages left, center engages center, right engages right. Although I guess technically it's right engaging left. Whatever, we'll get into that. We can see here there is no right flank on the enemy, so our right flank is instantly getting the flanking bonus. Along with Theodorich the Hunter, he should be increasing the flank because of his flanker skill. There's also the personal combat modifiers, which, I mean, in Theodorich's case here are huge. And then there's the numbers and the quality and the types of troops. There's CK2 combat as I understand it. Critically, always, always, always have the... I'm going to leave it for now because you're doing a good job leading my troops. Don't take this the wrong way, alright? Like... award honorary title. You can be my master of the hunt. I think that makes a lot of sense. And that should be good. So there's the main grouping of their armies. Mission to Rome is a success. Lovely. I think what I'm going to do is wait in my own territory to just kind of see if I can bait them into an attack. We'll wait for you to get there, because we should be able to slice in quickly enough. Good. And then we could probably go finish off the Duke of Baden here. To which that army might join up, but it doesn't look like it's going to. Excellent news. More money is always good. I wonder if we can buy off the Duke of Bavaria now. Because you're still, that's definitely a 50-50. 154 ducats, though. Just to get him into a war does not seem worth it. Oh, I see where you're headed. No, sir. Your reinforcements can come down, sure. Oh, is this in the mountains? It is. And in severe winter. I don't necessarily know that I want to go attacking there just yet. Really? You're gonna come into Argao? I'm okay with that. You stop. So we can just smash you. Looks like there's some kind of revolt going on that might involve the Duchy of Savoy there, shockingly. Well, okay, if they're going to sit on our land, we might as well sit on the land that we want to take. We've already got 41% war score. 980. That's it? Oof. Regardless, our siege should be going quicker. We have more men and they have less men defending. Although it is going to be winter soon. And it looks like it's pretty even. What do you got for me? We would like you to back our plot to kill Inga. Who are you? Duke of Swabia. We were at one point almost going to be at war with you. Who's Inga? This is one of the things that I don't really like about invitation to plots is I can't see who this Inga is. Like, is it... It's not... You know, it's nobody I know. So if you guys know of a way to see who that plot actually is for, I would love to know. But as it stands, I have no idea who that Inga is, and so I'm not going to join in a plot to kill her. Large numbers of the famished defenders of Habsburg have succumbed to starvation. That's not good. Ah, we got another daughter, Heike. There we go. Yay. What's this? Oh! Look at that. So the Emperor inherited, something. I shouldn't have closed those windows. Regardless, we're not at war with him anymore. It's just the Duke of Baden for my own land. So I'm not sure how or why the Emperor got most of Carinthia, but it did. So these are now, or this is now Imperial land. Was it because you were once him? I'm not sure. But I'm glad I'm not at war with the Emperor now. That would be a horrible turn of events. All things considered. And it looks like we'll be able to get the last part of our actual duchy under control. Yay! And I'm probably going to give the title to my Dutch son. Yay. And we can see here, so I'm not sure if Garrisons had, you know, knights lists, but we can see now that it's going to be the militia. Or the jousting list. We'll actually see it work really well here when I give this title to him. Good news, my lord. We have received credible reports of a recent sighting of the Great Stag. Let's get going. While my troops siege down a holding, we might as well. My granddaughter Beatrix is a charitable little rascal. She just gave her newest toy to the smith's son. Let's see, should I take... charitable again? I think what we will do... Praise her publicly, that's interesting. That would give her prestige, actually. Although I don't necessarily need to worry about that, but that's what we'll do. We'll give her a little bit of prestige. See, Oracle, I can learn. Alright. That's done. That siege is complete, and we're at 71%. It won't be long now, ladies and gentlemen. Unless something horrible happens. You've gathered your followers and your hunting dogs. We're off to get a white stag. And it's gonna be delicious, and it's gonna look wonderful on my wall. End of story. You spend weeks in the wilderness searching for any trace of your prey, but are forced to return empty-handed. I don't want arbitrary, so I will take the prestige hit. Wow, we don't have a lot of prestige considering how long we've been around. But we got land. And large tracts of land. Always more important. We got a Lawlord Uprising. Oh, great. Where am I? Who are those people? Oh, the pretty colors. We are now incapable. So as you can see, due to advanced age, head injury, or other mental disabilities, this character is not fit for any kind of work. Incapable rulers must employ a regent. So shortly, we will see that my son has, started to take over. And my domain is too big, which means I'm going to need to start handing over land. Is it really too big? Why do we have 3? 1, 2, oh, 3, of course. Peace be with you. I've been appointed as your regent. My wife. So my wife just took over for my son. Sure. Why not? Large numbers of famished people, which now has my domain going up to 4. So, good on you, wifey. You can stay as my regent, because you're gonna allow me to keep this land. Instead of, having to hand it over. I've discovered a plot where Millennium seeks to kill Emma von Goschek. Okay, I'm not that concerned about that. Offer peace, enforce demands. There we go. Let's get our levies unlevied. And 4 out of 3, but I was at 3 out of 4. I'm so confused. Regardless, we got that land now too. So, you... Oh, of course, I can't grant a land a title because my regent needs to approve it. One of the annoying things of having regents, the way they've reworked regencies a while ago, so I guess it's not really a rework, but everything you do needs to be approved by your regent, which, I mean, in this case is a little annoying. I'm going to sit here over my domain limit and there's nothing I can do about it. If you're, say, playing Byzantium and you've got imperial titles to hand out, I find more often than not you can't hand out imperial titles. So while you're stuck in a regency, your empire falls apart because you keep collecting all these titles that you can't then hand out, which is horrible. Money has been disappearing from the treasury. I suspect my duchess, or my regent, my wife. Why would she steal from me? We're the same family, woman. But that could have explained the money noise that didn't actually correlate with any moneying. DA. So yeah, we are looking nice and complete. Now, I did have, well, we'll leave this going at speed 3. If we take a look at our de jure kingdoms, we can see this here is indeed the Kingdom of Burgundy. I did have a comment that suggested I take the Duchy of Burgundy, which confused me until I realized the Duchy of Burgundy isn't in Burgundy. And even if we check out the borders that this would create, that's still a sexy looking kingdom. So, once we have the Kingdom of Burgundy, I think going for Burgundy might be a good choice. We get a beat up on France. if we're still a member of the Empire, we'll, you know, have their backing, and the Empire is always up for a war with France. So that's something interesting to consider. You are independent? Yes, you've always been independent, haven't you? Same as Provence? Yes. Okay, good. And we're going to war for Sicily, apparently. Ah, we're allied with Apula, who's going to war for Sicily. That makes sense. Sweetly, gently, we molded our bodies together and recreated the familiar feel of us embracing, touching, loving. Gently, we woke the passion between us once again. that was a good night, wifey. Thank you very much. Duke Werner has passed over to Christ at the age of 64. He died in an accident. Air quotes. Long live Duke Otto. Whew, okay, now, this is the moment that I was not looking forward to. As you can see, the Godendag Militia, we don't have any, and we don't have knight lists anymore. This is... Let's find my words. This is drastically going to affect my ability to rule and such. I want to see... We can convert to Liege's culture, which will make us German. We do lose 200 prestige. We have 279. We can afford it. We are 29 years of age. So we've got a long life ahead of us. But let's go ahead and do that. Thankfully, we can, you know, our liege is German. So we're gonna take the hit. We're gonna become German, and if we take a look, oh, good. Okay, is that the same for here? No. Okay, well, you know, you can't win them all, but critically, it looks like we've got jousting lists most of the places, just not obviously where he was ruling as a Dutchman. Whew. Okay, that's good. That should help with our military. We do have a Demonsay that's just too damn big. We don't have anybody really worthwhile to hand it over to. Well, that's not entirely true. We've got people to hand it over to, I'm sure. But before we do anything, we can see we've come along with the council. We had, well, ruling Grissons, not, well, Werner was kicking ass and taking names. So we've got to start appointing people. And we can see... You want to become a spy? You just want to get wealthy. So, although it wouldn't surprise me if you came along later and were like, hey, I'd be a better, what's its face? Okay, let's sort by rank. And what are you? You're a very good marshal, Ulrich. So we will make you our marshal. And again, the reason I'm going with Ulrich and not Theodorich is not technically, although here's what I want to do with Theodorich. Because he served my father so well, we are going to give him the Count of Geneva. Because I need to get rid of landed titles, and this guy, you know, he's done a solid for the dukedom. So he gets to become landed. He is now my marshal and a vassal, and he loves me. So we will keep that like that. Now, who else we got here? But you're gonna die soon, so I don't really need to worry about getting you on the council. New Count of Bern, Rudolph here. Looks like he'd be a fairly decent spy master, so let's actually go to the spy master. And if I had to choose between a bishop and a count, I would pick a count to be on my council, just because, you know, they're higher ranked. Steward, we'll just give it to Lutbert. It looks like he's going to do a good job of it. Our court chaplain is atrocious, so we'll give it to Hartwig, and we will send Hartwig off to Rome to improve religious relations. I guess we could go to the anti-pope if we wanted to, but I'm going to play it safe and go with the real pope. And then it's just our chancellor, who it's going to go to our Mayor Arnold here. And he can, of course, go and improve diplomatic relations with our emperor. We'll get those up first before we do anything crazy. Now we still have one county left to hand out. And I'm leaning towards handing out Grissons. Just because of that fact, it's going to be the worst for troops. Now, do we have any friends? We've got a rival in Brandenburg. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about super Prussian troops. Not in this game, anyway. Let's check our court. Who's got a high opinion of us and isn't landed? Luitbert. I mean, I guess we could. Alright. Grant landed title. Grissons. County of Grissons. Include lower titles. And boom. We got a very loyal vassal. And in fact, if we check our vassals, 2 of our counts love us. And then Rudolf here, he will slowly learn to love us. Again, you can see we've got a negative for having a female heir. That's just the way it rolls. At least it's Beatrix. And, you know, she's turning out quite well. So, if we don't wind up having a son, at least our daughter should theoretically kick ass. To the Honorable Duke Otto, may you live in harmony and contentment, we propose that the Prince Archbishopric Adelhard of Ferrara become the guardian of and mentor of little Anneliese, Otto's doctor, so she can be raised as a proper German. That seems like a smart idea. We will accept that. We can start getting my entire family Germanized. We do need to get commanders going, because apparently, you know, we don't have them kicking around still, so that's fine. We'll go like that, we'll go like that. 12 is a good commander. So we'll go like that. And then it's looking pretty good, commander-wise. Oh my god, commanders just keep dying. I like the idea of the way the commander system works. It's just, I don't know, it's a little cumbersome. I mean, not hugely cumbersome, just a little bit. My daughter Beatrix is not exerting herself in her studies. I am starting to despair. Talk to her about being diligent. She's now gained the diligent trait. I tell ya. Beatrix there, she's looking like a pretty darn good Habsburg to me. And we'll clear that. That should start ticking up. It looks like we've got quite a lot of money coming in, so I'm tempted to repay the family loan coming up quick here. I don't think Argau... Well, yeah, there's definitely a lot we could build in Argau, so... You know, maybe we should... I don't know. It's probably better to get rid of debt than build up more buildings. Especially not any buildings that would bring me any money. My liege, my mission to Ulrich has so far been a success. The Kaiser's liking us more and more as days go by. Yeah, we're up to 60 with him now, so that's good news. By the time September rolls around, we might be ready to start making a claim on Valais there. You realize that to become a great fighter, you need to get in better shape. There's a great path in the nearby woods that would be excellent for running. Let's go. Why are we... I don't think a military focus is really going to be what we're going to want. Can I change that? I can, so we'll probably want to take a look at that. Having spent countless hours of swinging your sword, it is clear that your technique is getting better. You know the essence of every possible strike to utilize in a fight. So we've got a +1 in martial, and our personal combat skill has improved. We've got a personal combat skill of 2. Which, do I have any rivals? I can show you what that is all about, I guess. With the military trait, one of the things we could do is get into a duel, provided the conditions are right, and because we're in a war against Bohemia, like the Empire is in a war against Bohemia, I can't get into a fight with anyone in the Empire, basically, because we're all at war. So we'll see if peace comes and I remember to... Oh, we got Hungary going on there too? Are those two allied? Bohemia, Poland, and Hungary. That's, it's quite a big force the Empire's going after here. If the Imperial armies were consolidated, there might be a better chance of this. But as it stands now, this war is not looking good for the Empire. What is this all about anyway? Znojmo! It's critical, so obviously, yeah, this is the Emperor. And England! Apparently. England, the Anglo-Saxon Kingdom of England, is a friend of the Empire, Morcair's son-in-law. So, it looks like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Syphilid? I don't imagine it was syphilid. That's way too close to syphilis. The Princess of England and the Holy Roman Emperor are buddy-buddy, which makes this alliance kind of big, but I mean, it's England, so, you know, they'd have to come across on their boats. It comes to my attention that the Chancellor of Champagne has bribed and threatened his way through my domain to try and get a claim on my shit. You've decided to use it, have you? Strong claim on the Duchy of Upper Burgundy. I would love to know how you can fabricate a claim on a duchy. I have never been able to do it. That is, because that's a powerful claim to have. Obviously, if you were to get that, you know, we'd be screwed. Well, that's something to keep in mind. I write to you with bad news from Argyle. My efforts to squeeze extra taxes out of the population have met with resistance. Well, our revolt... Oh, yeah, it's kind of high. 5%. I'm not going to be too worried about that. Let's repay the loan that's been hanging over the family's head for quite a while. And our liege... But we were at 60 not long ago. Why did that drop? Or is that... Yeah, I'm not sure why. Well, Champagne may be coming for Upper Burgundy here. Philip de Blois has decided to go ahead and use a claim on my title, despite having nothing more than a laughable and obviously fabricated document to back it up. That rotten bastard. That is pretty rude, but there's not much I can do about it. So, you know, what are you gonna do? And how's this coming along? I hope you got jousting lists up sooner than later, sir. Since I arrived in Argyle, there never been a shortage of troops. This is true. Our military is looking, well, all right. I wouldn't mind something a bit stronger. But, I mean, obviously we can get that by expanding. We are going to get in... Once we get, you know, further along, we will start running into Gavelkin succession issues. Basically, once we get a second dukedom, we're going to have to look at how we can attempt to keep that land, you know, our land. I mean, I don't know why I'm struggling so much. Declare war. Why are we... When we claim. Yeah, that's what I clicked on. I was... Calm yourself. Calm yourself, history nerd. You're doing things you don't understand. There's a certain aspect to Gavelkin that makes the game a bit more fun. Obviously, the realm gets split up on each... we'll go for a... Yeah, that works, I think. Paranoid, ambitious, diligent, zealous, temperate. Oh, I don't like zealous. Have we got somebody else who might be good? maybe within the Empire? Gudrun. What do we got? I mean, this guy here, von Ethenstein, a chaste, ambitious, charitable, humble, shy. Not really a fan of that. All of that looks pretty good. Yeah, there's certain aspects of, like, you know, if we had the Duchy of Savoy, and I had, like, 2 sons, obviously it would be split between 2 of them. Thankfully, you know, if there's a god, why is a world filled with hardship, grief, and heretics? God's as clueless as you are. You know, the Duchy of Upper Burgundy, especially now that we've got all of it, is definitely stronger than the Duchy of Savoy. So if it were to split, it wouldn't be hard to just retake the title. But you know, we're gonna have to figure ways around that for a little while. It is gonna take us a while to create the Kingdom of Burgundy. Obviously, we're gonna need at least 2 duchy titles and 51% of the holdings. What do we got going on here? This should be, we should still have that checked off. So he should end his plot, but it looks like he might not be. Which is fine, because, I mean... Okay, yeah, he did. Regardless, I don't think some lowborn nobody's going to be able to pull off any sort of plots that we've developed. And I don't know what else there is really to do this episode, other than just try to solidify our relations with the Emperor. And, I mean, we like the Emperor quite a bit. Yet he's not so much a fan of us. I've invited people in my court to take part in a war game, in which we practice defending our land from invading enemies. We will use wooden models to represent invading armies, and I shall have to use clever tactics to defeat my opponent. This will be fun! As we assign tasks for the war game, we decide that Theodorich will defend with me. Freaking A. Well, Rudolph will be leading the invading forces. So we got Rudolph here, who's, you know, no hell, and Theodorich here, who is badass Mr. Fighter McGee. You should really work on having a child soon, sir. Let the best warlords win. At the beginning of the war game, the enemy quickly tries to advance up the hills in the area to get a strategical advantage. Bring all of our forces to contest the defensive grounds, or rush forward with a light skirmish force before the forces reach the hill. We'll send the skirmishers out. Rudolph's troops continue to slowly advance up the hill, pressing on despite the assault of our skirmishers. Theodorich suggests that we should attack from the back. Charge them while they're weakened by the pressure. Advance our main army to take a higher position than the troops. Circle around the slowed down enemy and attack from behind. That seems to be what my Marshal, the super military dude, suggests, so we will listen to his suggestion. Our decision to attack an opponent who holds a defensive high ground proves disastrous. Our troops suffer massive losses and are forced to admit defeat. Good game, Theodorich. You idiot. I would have gone for the defensive position. I think Otto here has learned a very valuable lesson about the military. That is, don't always trust people who are experts. Okay, so the Kaiser should like us a bit more. Perfect. What we can do now is get a fabricated claim going on Valais. This guy should be relatively undefended. And then, I'm not sure if he'll stay as my vassal. If he doesn't, we will set someone up as a... Oh, right, this is the Pope. I keep forgetting that. So, I wonder if we'd keep the Pope as our vassal then. That would be kind of neat. Probably not. And I don't know if we'd have to fight him either. Like, not him. In my head, that made sense. I don't know if we'd have to fight the Emperor as well. We might. My wife Ida has complained about me being absent so often. And so when I found that I had some extra gold to spend, I decided to buy her something nice. Now, she does mean we keep the alliance solidified with Bavaria. So let's do that, and, you know, let's try and have a son. Annalise and Beatrix are lovely, lovely children, but for the sake of the Empire, or for the sake of the holdings, we should probably get ourselves a son. Why are we at war with the Pope? Holy Roman Revolt? No. But who is in revolt? We will use it, and then we can take this guy. No, he's got to stay there for a while. What has he got? 1,000 troops? And no allies. How's our military looking? We could do to get that a little bit higher, and considering we're 40 minutes in, I think this is going to be a great place to leave the episode for today. So let's go ahead, give her the old-fashioned save, and thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.